What's up everybody, MOTO here. You may notice that the Navi is quite naked.
How dare you!
We're actually going to be painting the Navi. Come over here to the workbench. So we're going with this Dupli-color premium. This is an acrylic enamel product. This is, I believe they called it hot rod yellow. Also saw it labeled as banana yellow. But going with that, this is an all-in-one primer and color coat. Normally I wouldn't use that, but I'm going to do this video in a way that is quick enough and easy enough that anybody can do it at home. To start with, we're going to need some plastic adhesion promoter. This is also from Dupli-color, sorry. You're going to need this to get good adherence to plastic parts. It actually chemically breaks down the surface of the plastic. That's what helps it adhere. And to top it off, again from Dupli-color, acrylic enamel clear coat. Other things we're going to need, some isopropyl alcohol. We're going to need something to cut the clear coat with after we spray it. This isn't the most ideal product, but I had it on hand. This is McGuire's Scratch X. It's just a cutting compound and some wax. You're also going to need some sandpaper. I'm using good old 3M. You need some 3000 grit and some 5000 grit. PPE is a must when spraying things with aerosol. Got gloves. Also, good old N95 mask. The world's full of these cheap now. Go figure. To start with, we're going to take one of our plastic parts. This is the cowling from the headlight. That's just the easiest thing to show you on. Take your 3000 grit sandpaper, and we're just going to go over it and very lightly, circular motions, go around it. I've already sanded on this, but just for demonstration's sake. But you want to go over the entire thing. Pay close attention to the edges. Make sure you get all the way out onto the edge. Get the whole surface done. You'll know when you got it when it's got kind of a dull finish to it now. You can see there's a little bit of shine coming through a few parts. That's okay. We don't have to completely dull it. And the jury's kind of out whether you need to sand plastic before you use adhesion promoter, but it can't hurt. So for the side panels, same process. Just pay close attention to these little gaps and grooves around the panels. You see we removed the gray plastic piece. It comes off simply. You flip it over. It's just some Phillips screws located all the way around. Comes right off. Get the Honda decal off. You notice mine's double layered. This is actually a factory white decal over the factory black one. Pretty simple. Just come along. Sorry if it's loud in the microphone. Zap it really evenly with the heat gun. And should peel right off. Just like that. Okay, so with this stuff, this is going to take 2 to 3 light coats on each part. I would suggest doing one part at a time because this is, you need about 3 minutes of dry time between each coat of this, and then you've got to wait 10 minutes for your first coat of paint. So unless you can move very quickly, I would just do one panel at a time. Just to get your first coat of paint on each one. So I'm going to do this off camera. These Fuji lenses are kind of pricey and I don't want to risk any overspray on them. So I got the first light coat on. It's turning out pretty good. The baby puke pea green made a good base for the yellow. So it looks like it's going to have the effect I want. Two things I was not prepared for. One, the landscaper to come by and blow trash right in my garage as it's spraying paint. Two, I wasn't quite prepared for how thin this paint was. You can see that run there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the color coats, and then I'll just sand and do touch up afterwards. So one thing to remember with this paint, so you got to do 2 light coats, then 1 wet coat. So if you remember back to the adhesion promoter, it was a coat, 3 minutes, a coat, 3 minutes, and then a third coat. With this, you got to do it within 10 minutes of your last coat of adhesion promoter. Then you have to do, excuse me, stumbling over my words a little bit. So with this, you have to do 1 light coat, wait 10 minutes at least, then come back and do another light coat, wait another 10 minutes, then you'll do your wet coat. Honestly, it's better to let this dry if you've got little flecks like I have because of the leaf blower, and sand it out before you continue with color, but it's not bad. Most of it's kind of knocking off of the paint, thankfully. So we'll see what results I get. Alright, so not terrible results for the first day. I was a little disappointed with the leaf blower blowing trash in on the paint. Looks like I missed a couple spots. Also got a couple small runs in the last coat. So I'm going to let this cure for a couple days, come back at it with some sandpaper, sand it down, and respray it. So that'll be another video. It'll show cleaning up the paintwork, if any mistakes are made, and also the clear coat, and cutting and polishing the clear coat, and doing a final wax job. It'll also include the final assembly of the bike, so you guys will be able to see what it looks like. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with the yellow. The factory green is still showing through a little bit, but it's making it a lot brighter. I was scared this is going to be a little bit of a school bus yellow, and the test sprays kind of showed that it was, but the green behind it, I was pretty sure was going to brighten it up, and luckily it did. Alright, so last thing for today, I'm going to spray over this guy, same color. This is actually a vanity front plate to go where the factory reflectors were. This was made by a vendor that's actually on our Navi Gang Facebook group, so I'll put a link to his shop and the group below. His name is Edward Young, or Ed Young. Did a fantastic job, this little custom piece for me. I really appreciate it. So this will be color matched to add a little more pop to the bike. So hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for part 2, where again I'm going to go over sanding everything, doing the clear coat, and a final polish on everything. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. I can't stress that enough. It really helps me in the algorithms if you comment. And subscribe. So have a great day.